Grand Duel Caster is actually one of the easiest Grand Duel battles to form, but there is one small catch. The quest only requires you to defeat Solomon, but Logres makes that harder because she starts with self-taunt. You can remove this taunt by applying immobility effects to Logres, such as stun from Gander skill in the Chaldea combat uniform. But even after that, there is another issue. While Logres is still on the field, Solomon gains 20% resistance to all damage and an additional massive resistance against single target Noble Phantasms. So the easiest solution is to use an AoE Noble Phantasm and hit Solomon through Logres. Since Solomon is chaotic evil, there are several strong DPS options for this battle. One of the best options is Caster Morgan. She has an AoE Buster Noble Phantasm, a 50% battery, and up to 200% MP special attack against evil alignment enemies. This makes her one of the strongest damaged options for this quest. Another strong option is Francesca Prelati. Francesca's Noble Phantasm deals special damage against mental debuffed enemies, and her own kit can apply mental debuffs, making her special damage condition very easy to trigger. Depending on her form, she can also bring an 80% self-battery, MP damage buffs, and party chaotic special attack support, which works perfectly because Solomon is chaotic. Another trait-based option is Scheherazade. She is less commonly talked about, but she is very viable here because both Solomon and Logres has the King trait, letting her deal up to 300% special MP damage against King enemies. For a budget option, Chen Gong is probably the best option. He has an AoE Arts Noble Phantasm with a very high damage multiplier, and he can fire multiple MPs as long as you still have servants available to sacrifice. For supports, Waver is one of the best overall choices. He gives 50% total MP charge, decent attack and MP damage up, and his Noble Phantasm can apply defense down. On top of that, his skill also gives overcharge support, which is especially useful for DPS servants such as Francesca and Scheherazade because they can gain more damage from higher overcharge level. Francesca Prelati is also worth mentioning again because she can work as both a main DPS and a damage support. In Francois form, his Noble Phantasm applies MP damage resistance down and arts resistance down, helping your main DPS deals more damage. Depending on your setup, you can switch into Francesca form to provide chaotic special attack support and MP damage buffs. Of course, the usual card type support are still strong here. Use Castoria for Arts team, Skadi for quick teams, and Merlin for Buster team. For budget option, Santa Martha is one of the best 4-star options. She is a welfare servant, and between her skills and Noble Phantasm, she can provide some defense down and 50% party attack buffs, making her very useful in a lot of setups. William Shakespeare is also useful for Buster teams, giving Buster up, MP damage up, and a target above 30% MP charge. For Arts team, Mozart can provide a huge Arts buff, Arts resistance down, and a large star bomb. If he had his Bond CE, he can also add MP damage support. So overall, Grand Duel Caster is simple. Remove Logres' taunt with immobility effects if needed to, avoid relying too much on single target Noble Phantasm, and use AoE DPS that can take advantage of Solomon's trait to defeat Solomon as quickly as possible. And because this is a caster class Grand Duel, you have a lot of strong support options to pair with your DPS. Let me know who is your main DPS option in this battle, and if you find this guide useful, make sure to like and subscribe for more future guide and servant breakdown, as I am pushing towards 1,000 subscribers before summer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.